Are you kidding me? What is going on behind the scenes in Las Vegas is absolute insanity, and our offseason just got turned upside down. Did our front office completely lose their minds, or did they finally wake up? 3 massive bombshells just dropped, and we need to talk right now. First, could the answer to our receiver drought come straight from a former San Francisco 49ers star? Second, is the plan to trade Maxx Crosby back on the table, complete with a target date? And third, is there a real chance we bench Kirk Cousins to watch the GOAT suit up in the silver and black? Guys, buckle up and smash that like button, because what I'm about to tell you changes everything for the Raiders. Let's cut straight to the chase. No sugarcoating it. Everyone knows our wide receiver room right now is a talent desert. Aside from the absolute monster that is Brock Bowers, who plays tight end and is going to have to carry this offense on his back, who's left? Jalen Naylor as our WR1? With all due respect, that is completely absurd for a franchise the size of the Raiders. But CBS Sports analyst JP Acosta just dropped some intel that shifted the whole market. Deebo Samuel makes all the sense in the world in Las Vegas. And the reason is obvious, the direct connection with our new head coach, Klint Kubiak, who was his passing game coordinator back with the Niners. Deebo spent last season with the Washington Commanders, racking up 72 receptions, over 700 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He's not in his physical prime anymore. Everybody knows that. But the guy is still a machine when it comes to yards after the catch. He generated 471 yak last year alone. Imagine Kubiak using Deebo on crossing routes, clearing out the middle of the field alongside Bowers. That is exactly what we need, a dynamic playmaker who can also carry the rock out of the backfield if necessary. Looking at our cap space, he's a viable fit for a veteran free agent deal. We've got young guys on the roster, like Trey Tucker and Jack Beck, but they are still battling for consistency. Bringing in Deebo isn't just about adding depth. It's about giving our offensive system a veteran safety valve. Kubiak already brought in Kirk Cousins because he knows the scheme inside and out. Adding Deebo Samuel would be replicating a proven recipe for success in the NFL. To me, the front office needs to pull the trigger on this yesterday. Signing Deebo gives this offense the oxygen it desperately needs to avoid being the worst unit in the league in 2026. If you thought the shockers stopped there, hold on to your hats. Things are getting crazy now. The ghost of the Maxx Crosby trade simply refuses to leave Las Vegas. Everyone remembers that the deal with the Baltimore Ravens for 2 first-round picks was practically done, but it fell through because Crosby failed his physical due to that meniscus surgery. Sure, they smoothed things over, and John Spytek said they're counting on him, but the naked truth is that the chances of him being traded in the coming months are very real. And there are already 2 perfect windows for it to happen. The first is right now, between training camp and the preseason. The market is inflated. The Los Angeles Rams shocked the world by trading for Myles Garrett, and that's going to force other Super Bowl contenders like Howie Roseman's Philadelphia Eagles to make a desperate counter-move. The Raiders are holding the most valuable and coveted chess piece in the entire NFL. If one of these teams comes knocking with a truckload of draft picks, Spytek is going to have to listen. The second and more likely window is right around the trade deadline, in the middle of the regular season. Let's be realistic here. If we reach the midway point of the season, dropping games and realizing we aren't sniffing the playoffs, keeping a 28-year-old pass rusher at peak market value would be massively foolish. Trading Crosby would absolutely skyrocket our rebuild for 2027. Does it break the fans' hearts? It hurts like hell. He's the soul of our defense. But the front office's mindset seems leaning toward hoarding draft capital for the future if things go south. Keep your eyes peeled, because the Crosby drama is far from over. Now, my friends, come with me on the wildest trip in recent Raiders history. one that actually gained traction thanks to the words of NFL.com analyst Dan Parr. Our quarterback room is theoretically set. We've got veteran Kirk Cousins to start the year, rookie Fernando Mendoza, who was the #1 overall draft pick, and Aidan O'Connell as the dark horse. It's the strongest QB room we've had in years. But the shadow of Tom Brady continues to loom large over the team's facility. Dan Parr openly argued that the Raiders should just kick Kirk Cousins to the curb and bring Brady out of retirement to play one last season and mentor Mendoza from the field. He used the example of Philip Rivers, who came back to play after 4 years away, to justify that Brady, even at 49 years old, could put in a respectable performance. Imagine the learning curve for Mendoza, having the greatest of all time playing and sharing the locker room with him day in and day out. Obviously, it's not that simple. The league has strict rules that would require Brady to sell his minority ownership stake in the Raiders just to take the field, which makes the chances pretty much zero. Not to mention the fact that our offensive line gave up the most sacks in the NFL last season. Brady isn't going to want to come out of retirement just to get destroyed behind a line that can't protect anyone, while throwing to a receiver group that, on paper, is questionable at best. The reality reported out of practice today is that Cousins is dominating the first-team reps, while Mendoza continues to develop slowly, exactly as the coaching staff planned. The plan is for Cousins to start Week 1, but the sheer fact that reporters are putting Tom Brady's name on the table shows what an absolute madhouse our franchise is right now. Summing up all this craziness, we have a chance to go get Deebo Samuel to save our offense. The ghost of a Maxx Crosby trade continues to haunt the background if the team starts losing. And analysts are still dreaming of Tom Brady wearing a helmet and guiding our rookie Fernando Mendoza. Now I want to see the debate catch fire down in the comments. I want your honest opinion, no sugarcoating. With our current offensive line being the mess that it is, would you rather stick to the plan and start the season with Kirk Cousins shielding the rookie? Or would you be willing to clear out the salary cap by trading Maxx Crosby to fully embrace a total roster rebuild? Drop your comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video, Raider Nation.